Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dinosaur Island. Today we're here at what we call the Darkland Forest with Carney and Mono. Mono is up on this fallen branch, trying to climb down to get to Carney, but it's a little bit wobbly, and he ends up slipping. He falls, but doesn't take that hard of a drop. This is just a couple of days after the big fight with Terry and Dune, and as you can see, it is turning into the fall season, and the leaves are falling into the dried up Doom River. Carney is looking for some fish to eat, or some big bugs like Meganula or something. Mono is just exploring with Carney, but also doing the same. He is hungry, but does not really have the energy to find food. Mono and other Monoophosaurus sometimes rely on their arms to catch prey or to grab onto prey to eat. But Mono cannot use his arms anymore as he has snapped his right arm after he clashed into the abandoned laboratory when Terry had thrown him. Unfortunately, Mono only has enough energy to eat these little colony of ants. While Mono's doing that, Carney's still at the bottom of Doom River. But way on the other side of the dried up river, over by this fallen log, we have Thea, the Therizinosaurus, climbing up onto this log to look for anything hiding in it. Thea, unlike other Therizinosaurus and Therizinosaurs on this island, she can put her claws down onto the ground and become somewhat quadrupedal. She uses this to outrun prey and to stalk prey silently, as she can put more weight on her claws, which are actually called unguals. Thea reaches the end of the log and goes over to this tree line. Thea has to be careful while she's climbing down, or else she'll fall, which she did and ended up hurting her head. She is okay though, and gets up and continues walking. Thea walks more downriver to find some leaves that she can eat, as she is a herbivore. While without any of them knowing, they are both less than 100 feet between each other. Carney gets up after having no luck finding any fish or Meganula, and he tries to walk upriver to get to Mono. But something of bright color catches his eye. Carney feels tension between Thea, and she still does not notice him. Thea gets startled by the roar as she looks up and sees Carney. She roars back, getting up on her hind legs and running towards him. As they run up, they start circling. They both start gazing into each other's eyes. They are trying to identify each other, but then, in Carney's mind, it clicks. This is the very Therizinosaurus that killed Carney's sister all those years ago. Carney, in a wave of anger, roars as loud as he can to the sky. Thea recognizes him too, so she roars back. Mono, startled by both roars, gets up and looks downriver and sees the two. He roars at Carney, and then rushes down with all of his energy. Mono tries to ram into Thea's leg. Thea's down on the ground. It takes a second for her to get up. She lifts her head and then runs off. Carney signals to Mono. Carney runs off following Thea, and Mono follows behind. Thea runs downriver. Carney following short behind, and shortly behind him follows Mono. There are some obstacles up ahead, but Thea jumps over them. Thea trying to go above, Carney goes below. And so does Mono. Thea jumps, hitting her body on some metal. And she is in an abandoned tunnel now. And she goes for it. Carney breaks through the wood, following her. They run in after her. Carney does not see her. She's nowhere to be found, and nor does Mono. They both look up ahead. Thea is at the other end. She gazes back and sees Carney and Mono at the other end. Thea lets out a roar and runs off. Not in fear, but in mentality, if that makes sense. Now at the end of the tunnel lies nothing. Carney is mad that he had failed to catch his late sister's murderer, but he roars down the tunnel. Hopefully, Thea can hear him. Carney, in his mind, vows to get revenge and signals to Mono that it is time to go. And he turns around. Mono gets up and follows Carney. We hope and pray to the heavens above that they never will meet again, because it will result in death. Thank you for watching this episode of Dinosaur Island. We'll see you all next time.